You are so close to having all of the pieces that you need for your magazine. So at this point, you have your masthead, you've got your main image. Even if you're not 100% happy with all of these pieces, you've got the components on there. I would recommend continuing to revise even after you turn in the first draft. I want you to continue to revise over the weekend. You're not going to have much time next week to finish. So definitely, if you want to do well, continue to make changes and adjustments and really, really try. All right. So with this, what we're going to look at now is kind of the finishing touches, the different details. So the last parts are the least interesting, but things that are necessary to put on the magazine cover. The volume number, that usually refers to how many years the magazine has been out. The issue number, so it's like which issue. Is it monthly? Is it yearly? Is it quarterly? Does it come out every week? Most of the time, it's just a number. You make these things up. The higher, it's totally up to you on deciding what numbers you use. The date could be it could just say May 2020. It could say spring 2020. It could be an actual like October 14th, 2019, whatever date you want to put on there. And then the price. The price of magazines vary, and you can make that price up. What I would do, though, is make sure that it's not something ridiculous because it will be noticeable. You really don't want these little detail pieces to be the thing that jumps out at anybody that's looking at it. And then you'll include a barcode. And I'll show you some stuff online on how to find the barcodes and some of the things to look out for. So how and where you arrange these is going to vary. So I want to go back to some of the magazines I've shown you already. So on here, the magazine issue number is right there. The date is there. The barcode is there. And the price, I think, is tucked inside of that area right there. A little hard to see, but it's down towards the barcode. It really is, from a design perspective, one of the least interesting pieces of information. But from a sales perspective and from a historical perspective of being able to document when this issue was and where it falls within the other issues, it's important. But it's not what you really, as a designer or as a consumer, are that interested in. Now, here's an example of Magneto magazine where they have the issue number right here and the date. And then they separate down the barcode, the date again, the price. So it depends on where you want to put it. Sometimes it's associated up with the magazine name. Some of it's always like it's all included down here at the barcode. It just depends. Here, they put the majority of the information that was necessary inside with the barcode area. Here, this one doesn't actually have a barcode, so I don't know why I included that one. There's barcode information there, but then spring and summer 2009, issue number 15. They don't have a price on here, but the price would normally just go here with the barcode. You can see they use the barcode information here. Actually included separate prices. This is an interesting design choice to put a price for almost every single country. Usually you're not trying to draw attention to how much it costs, but it's kind of an interesting way to fill up that space. Here, he chose to put the price down at the bottom, the volume number, and the date up here at the top. Here, they've got the issue number. Sometimes now they'll include the website as well. There's the date. That's how much it costs. But then they also put the cost again next to the barcode. This one doesn't actually have a barcode, so I'm going to skip that. So you can see, just by looking at this from a distance, you can kind of see in the ones where they've put the barcodes, most of the time, very rarely is it up in the top. Most of the time it's tucked down in one of the corners so that it's not drawing a lot of attention. They want the focus to be on the main photo and the name of the magazine. They're really not as interested in that barcode area, but I wanted to show you some other varieties of barcodes. It can be used for other things. You can include a website address if you want to. That's totally fine. You can kind of see here different ways to use this as a way to play around with typography a little bit, drawing more attention to weekly as opposed to the date, or tucking the price, the volume, and everything else a little bit smaller text, but still nice and clean, even though that's the main focus. barcode, information. Nice balance on that one. That is what you're going to be doing with the detail pieces. What I want to do, though, is I want to show you how to find some barcodes and ones to look out for. So let me open up a new tab here, and let's just type in barcode. All right, so when I go into barcodes, I'm going to go into images. There are a lot of different barcodes that are available. You can make up your own numbers if you want. That's super noticeable. That's fake. That one's not as noticeable, but I think the ones that work well are ones that actually have a random series of numbers. And I don't want you to use QR codes. So don't use those QR codes. What you'll do is you'll download these and then copy and paste them into your magazine document. Then you can add on a text layer above the barcode, you can add in the date or the price or whatever you're going to include in with the barcode. After you've done that, I would recommend group all of the text that's around that barcode into one group so you can move it all around at the same time. That's pretty much it. I would recommend against doing the transparent barcodes. It usually needs to have a little white box around it. And other than that, that is what you're going to be working on